Good evening, y'all. This is Spencer Keck with the Hillbilly Think Tank. So, the Hillbilly Think Tank coming at you one again, live from Tunnel Hills in Kentucky, Hardin County, where I'm running for Magistrate, District 3. Y'all, here in Hardin County and all of Kentucky, we live for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We know that serving our neighbor is just part of the plan. That's what makes life worthwhile. Because we remember that, hey, we are our brother's keeper and our sister's keeper. Now, just the other day, someone asked me for a quote and asked me what it meant. Why should people be educated and be aware of what combat trauma means for veterans? You know, and they're talking, I guess, about the trauma that's not something you can see necessarily just by looking at somebody. You know, with my brother who lost his leg and hand, yeah, you could see his trauma. But my other brother, Captain Matthew, who was with him in combat in Afghanistan, his trauma is invisible, but it's there. So, and for me, you know, I was also in Afghanistan years before they were. And unfortunately, I know that they were both following in my footsteps when they joined the military. Almost say that I was in some ways a recruiter for them. So that sticks with me. So here's what my reply was. I said, many with combat trauma suffer the most from survivor's guilt. Nothing weighs heavier than the survivor's guilt, along with the trauma. Not dying with or instead of your brothers in arms, or in my case, my actual physical brother also, is a heavy weight to bear. We always are asking ourselves, what could I have done better so they would still be alive? Do I deserve to smile among the naive while all around me, the ghosts remind me they are here with me, yet I am not there with them? To me, that's what combat experience does for you. You always wonder what you could have done more to make sure that your buddies, your brothers came home alive or in one piece. That's what haunts us. You know, just being alive among the free and the naive is a daily reminder. You know, there's ghosts walking with me every day, and I'm not there with them yet. So that's the combat experience that comes home with veterans. Once the bullets stop flying, once the cannons stop pounding, once the helicopters stop landing and unloading and loading and unloading. That's what sticks with you. So, where do we take it? That's what we all have to realize. What is our purpose going to be once we come back from something like that? Are we going to be stuck in the past, which is very easy to do? Are we still able to build something meaningful after such great loss? That's also always a question, always in the back of your mind. Are we worthy of building something? Why was it us left behind to still have something to build? Another question. So I say that because for me, it's serving my community now. It was the United States that gave me thanks for my service by giving me a GI Bill. That and other military scholarships and tuition assistance measures, and later another VA program helped me get my bachelor's and my master's degree. I'm eternally grateful for that. It was one of the reasons I joined the military in the first place. I wanted to be able to get a college education. I wanted to do it on my own terms. I also wanted to see the world. I also wanted to adventure. I got all that too. But the trade-off with the combat experience and that I just talked about sticking with you forever is I've determined now, since my brother is gone, my biological brother and many other of my comrade in arms brothers, my brothers in arms, they passed, I didn't. I want to be worthy of their memory. I want to be able to live the life that they sacrificed for. So to me, that's giving back to my community. That's why I'm a public school teacher. I really like giving back to the community. I love it. It's my passion. That's why I want to be a magistrate here in Hardin County, District 3. I want to give back to the community. So when I look at other people who've sacrificed and given so much, I want that to be me too. At the same time, right now, I don't want to see opportunities that I had taken away. I don't want to see us losing our democracy and giving it over to an autocracy or an oligarchy. I don't want to see fascism here when I fought fascism overseas. I don't want Islamofascism. I don't want Christian nationalism fascism. I don't need someone to force their religion down my throat in the name of nation loving. I love my nation. I have my spiritual path and my spiritual journey, which just happens to be Christianity, but I don't need to force that on anyone else. And I don't want anyone else to tell me how I should do my spiritual journey. That's not the American way. The American way is life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. You're supposed to find that on your legal terms. So, in all manners legal, that's what I do. So, now that we know that, what makes you want to get up in the morning, get out of bed, make the day the best it can be? For me, again, it's the memory of those that have passed, those that went before me, those that had a bright future ahead of them, but combat took them away. Or they served, and after combat, maybe their PTSD took them away. Maybe cancer from diseases they picked up while they're overseas took them away. Agent Orange took my dad away. Only less than a year, full. Then it wasn't even 2 years. It was 2014, my brother died. 2015, my dad died. And both of them were unexpected. So I want to live up to the life that was cut short for them due to their service to this nation. Many others that I serve with need that same honor. So I will honor it if you elect me as magistrate here in District 3. I'm honoring it every day when I'm teaching kids in public schools, knowing that they didn't get to have the same opportunities possibly as a child that I had, although I also missed a lot of opportunities too by coming from a broken home, a stepdad that was violently abusive, mom that stayed and kept us in that for far too long. Thank goodness for my maternal grandparents who showed me a different way, and my real dad who showed me a different way before he passed. So I want to pass on what those folks did to help me survive childhood trauma and combat trauma. I know I can do it. I am doing it every day when I teach in public schools. And now I'm doing it through wanting to serve you and serve the community. Heck, I'm doing it in a little way by calling all of us, making it our point to know that we can fight this fascism. We can fight the forces that killed Renee Good and killed Alex Preddy. Alex Preddy was a servant to those of us in the VA. The people that he served were forever grateful that he was willing to wipe the poop off their butt in the ICU, put the tubes down their nose to get the bile out when they couldn't move, to feed them through tubes, to put in the IVs, draw the blood, do all the messy, constant work that took to thank us veterans that survived combat, but came back with burdens that we'll carry forever. So I hope to be able to honor someone like that. And that's why, again, I'm doing the Freedom from Fascism February. We know that Jeff Bezos is doing nothing but feeding the grift, helping keep this administration afloat. So is Tim Cook. So is Marriott, who houses all the folks that shot Renee Good and Alex Preddy. So that's why I'm bringing attention to the fact that we can do something. I'm now 25 days free from my addiction to fascism. I haven't bought anything from Amazon. I haven't used any of their services, haven't used Prime, haven't watched their TV shows, haven't listened to their music, even though it was my favorite thing to do. Haven't watched their streaming service. All right, y'all. Let's all be the best that we can be for those who have gone before us. Y'all, in Kentucky, we love our neighbors as ourselves, because we know when we're loving our neighbors, we can't be divided. In Kentucky, we say, united we stand, divided we fall. Let's not be divided. If y'all would, please like and subscribe to my channel. Leave some comments. That'll help get the word out. And again, vote for me, District 3 Magistrate, Hardin County, Kentucky. Thank you.